morning and welcome to Trail Grazers, where we focus on great food for the trail. And we are going on a little day trip today, and we're practicing some new ways of doing our food that we want to share with you. First of all, some of you are going to notice that I have placed my bangs over a Band-Aid on my forehead. And I just want you to know it's nothing to worry about. I had a little thing removed yesterday at the doctor's office, and I have some stitches. My doctor calls them barnacles. And so I had a barnacle removed from my forehead, and it was preventive and not indicated, and so it's not a big deal, so no worries. I'm just self-conscious about having a big old Band-Aid on my forehead. So what we're going to do today, I'm pretty excited about. It is a short trip. It'll be about a 3 to 4 hour trip. And we're going to drive up I-15 to exit 40 and visit the Kolob canyons, which are a part of Zion Canyon that is separated from the main big canyon. And it is a beautiful, beautiful 5-mile drive up to the top. And if we're lucky, we may still catch at the lower elevation some of the fall colors, but we may be beyond that now because it is nearly Thanksgiving. And I'm sure that you have noticed that we've not been publishing a video every week. And we're going to try to get back to that. But it is late fall and early winter for us, and we have a lot of things to do, and we're not going on many trips right now. But after the holidays and at the first of the year during the winter, we intend to head south a little bit and go on some more extended trips. And we need to practice a little bit about being more efficacious in what we take in terms of both food and the equipment. We don't want to load our back seat up with a whole lot of equipment just for meals. So we're trying to pare down just a little bit. And so today, here's what we're going to try. I just took out of the freezer this morning when I got up a packet of spicy pork. And this is part of our, over on Rose Red, getting prepared for 60 days of meals for our level 1 food storage, which we're talking about a lot over there. But the purpose of having things in our freezer, and level 1 is the integration of freezer, refrigerator, and pantry. And of course, in our pantry, we do have a lot of freeze-dried foods, which we use a lot on our road trips. But today, I've thawed this spicy pork. I'm going to heat it up right now in this little saucepan. And this is enough pork for us for a meal, probably more than enough. And then when that is all heated completely through, I'm just going to pack it in this. So we don't have to take our Bluetti, so we don't have to take our oven, our car oven. Rather, it's going to be hot and it's going to go in this because we're only going to be gone 3 or 4 hours. In fact, lunch is probably a couple of hours away. And then what we will do when we get ready for lunch, we will open up our little bento boxes, and I've got some fruit on the top, and then in the bottom, I have some homemade rolls. And this is what we are going to stack that spicy pork with for sandwiches. And these are my honey wheat rolls that I keep in 6s in our freezer. And so we had some last night for dinner for pulled pork, and now we're finishing off the last 3 of the 6 rolls for today's lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and pack this up because we're done with this. I love these bento boxes. They are so handy. And now what we're going to take to keep them cool, because we've got fruit in there and we'll want some drinks, is this Titan ice chest. And it is very clever. I've put in this ice packet or whatever it is called. And we'll have enough room in here, I think, for drinks as well as the bentos. And maybe not. Good news, I got out our second soft-sided cooler. We only have 2 of them. And it works perfectly. The bento boxes are stacked on this side on top of the ice pack. And in the front, I have paper towels and our tablecloth. So, much more compact, and we are ready to go. We have just backed out of our driveway and are heading for the highway. You can see the rain clouds are dissipating a little bit, which is great. And we are in my truck. Jim cleaned his car and washed his windshield. We thought we were going to take his vehicle, but we decided at the last minute to take my truck. So we're going to need to stop and wash my windshield here pretty soon. So we're going to get on our highway and head down and get on I-15 and head north to exit 40. So as there are interesting things to see along the route, we will bring you back. We are on I-15. This is known as the Black Ridge over here. Treacherous to drive in the wintertime with snow.
And black ice.
When I did one of my master's degrees, I was driving on this section of road every day. Very scary. It looks like we have clouds ahead. We'll see what the weather is like when we get up there. We probably have another 10 or 15 miles to go before exit 40. Let's see what we're coming up on right here.
30.
Oh, exit 30. So we have another 10 miles to go on the freeway before we get to our turnoff. Here we are at the exit, going to turn right. And they have the road blocked off, so you're forced to go into the visitor center to get a little permit.
Road closes 2 miles.
Oh dear. Looks like we're not going to be able to get all the way to the top today. Road closed 2 miles. We'll go as far as we can. But we'll go inside and find out what's up. Five-mile scenic drive, no through traffic, no camping or facilities. Yeah, no through traffic, it dead ends at the top, so of course there's no through traffic.
It's called turnaround.
Yeah.
Yui.
So there's about 20 miles of trails up this road. I think there are 3 or 4 different trails, and you can get, this is not even connected to the main canyon. But I think that you can get to a place on one of the trails where you can kind of overlook the main canyon. When my youngest 2 children were
Young.
early teenagers, the 3 of us hiked back in on one of these canyons one day. It was really beautiful. We took one of the trails.
Got some sliding.
So we are now climbing back up on the Colorado Plateau. We're in the PJ right now, Pinyon Juniper. There's some of the beautiful finger canyons up ahead of us. That's why they're called fingers, you can see. And they are just spectacular. I wanted to show you some hanging valleys once we got up top, but I'm not sure we'll be able to see them from where we are or where we have to turn around.
This is all you get. It's worth the ride just looking at
Yeah.
that.
Some of these cliffs are 2,000 feet tall.
We should get an unobstructed view in a few moments as
Yes.
we go around this curve.
Yeah, I hope so. Just massive, massive sandstone formations.
That's a pretty unobstructed view.
Yes, it's beautiful. All the different layers of sandstone.
Looks like it rained up here, or
No, looks like this is the
the
turnaround.
end of it.
Taylor Creek. So there we're barricaded from going farther. We'll get out and walk around a little bit, and then probably no picnic tables, so we'll just probably put down the tailgate of the truck. Hi, Jim.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Looks like the trail is this way.
That's what the sign says.
So here we are now on the trail. Neither one of us dressed for hiking today, so this is probably as far as we're going to go.
There are no clear shots down there anyway. It's all in the trees.
Well, it's quiet, it's beautiful. Sky's blue, no threat of rain. So, shall we go get lunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder if there's a clearing down there that we can see up there.
Do you want, I don't want to go down there,
Oh, okay.
but if you want to, do you want to take the camera and see?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. See if we can find a clearing to see those cliffs. It's pretty muddy here. I don't see any snow, but it did rain last night. Ah, here's a clearing. Okay, so there's some of it from this point as we were when we were coming up the road. But the water does sound nice. So I'm not going to go down there, but at least I hear people. Ah, there's another shot. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So it gives us a bit of a view of what it looks like up here.
So we are going to have a little change of plans. Here comes Jim coming up from the truck. I found this bench right here. which is out of the mud. It was quite muddy down there and kind of chilly. So how about right here, Jim?
That's fine, or we go back to the tailgate.
Okay. Okay, so here we are, all spread out, and there's Jim, and we're ready for lunch. I think we're about ready to pack it up and load the car up and head back. We'll get some more pictures, but I wanted you to see the downhill view. You can see the valley below, way, way out there. So we're partway up on the Colorado Plateau, and what we see well beyond is down in the Basin and Range. We've got clouds coming in. Maybe a little bit more rain. So here's part of the work crew coming down the road with a big thing on the back. So we had a lovely lunch. There's Jim at the wheel, backing out carefully so he doesn't hit the people beside us. And out my window we can say goodbye to the Finger Canyons. And we are heading back home. Well, we've been gone about 3 hours. This was a nice little outing. We love it when we can get out of the house and out into nature a little bit. And we'll be back here. Seems like we've been thwarted several times recently with rain and now with a road under construction. There's the valley that you can see now just a little bit better.
I'm surprised there are so many people here.
I know, I was surprised too.
I thought it would have been pretty vacant.
Not a lot of people who come to see Zion even know about these Finger Canyons, so it's always much less crowded than Zion. But today, that parking lot was almost full. The crisp fall air, the blue skies, the rain clouds in the distance. It really was a perfect day to get out and about.
Yeah, really.
And below us is I-15, where we will reconnect in just a moment and be on our way home. Thank you so much for being with us today.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time and hope to see you out there on the trail.